Was it worth it? Was the Ghibli Park actually worth it? So, after exploring Nagoya for a full week, we're continuing the adventure with one of the places we are most excited about, the Ghibli Park. From Nagoya Station, it takes about 30 minutes to get to the Nima line, and then it takes about 15 to get to the park station. And after coming here twice, at the end of the video, we'll show you all the best ways to organize your day so you can make the most out of it and avoid the mistakes we made. Good morning, everyone. And it's an exciting day. I'm actually so freaking excited. I'm like a huge fan of Ghibli movies and the Ghibli studios in general and everything they do, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go insane. We bought the Sampo Day pass, the premium one. You get to entry and re-entry in most of the areas of the park except the Grand Warehouse, but you also have a timed area entry at the Grand Warehouse.
It was super difficult to buy the tickets.
We entered with 2 PCs and one smartphone just to be sure, and it's pretty straight to the point. Just make sure you have your passport ready, everything ready, credit card ready, everything. So it's extra.
They gave you like 10 minutes to fill all the forms.
So it's a little bit stress-inducing, but you can do it. You got it. If we managed, you also can do it. We bought ours on the 10th of April.
10th, yeah.
So it's 2 months in advance on the 10th, basically, of each month.
But yeah, let's go.
Let's go. The park is divided in 5 areas. One of the main ones is, of course, the Ghibli Warehouse. Since we had it booked for 12 p.m., we started with the Valley of the Witches. Happy, 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 happy. This whole area is inspired by the Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, and the Earwig and the Witch movies. One of the highlights here is of course Kiki's Bakery, but the place is always packed. If you don't have a premium pass, make sure you get the tickets for the Howl's Castle and the other attractions first thing and then come back here.
Sim. Go. Look at Sarah, so cute. Hey. Do it. Puxa. Não dá?
We ended up taking almost the whole morning, 2 hours, going to the bakery, buying food, and buying some tickets as well for the carousels. It's currently now at midday, so we're waiting to go inside. This place is gigantic, and there's so much to see. Some of the highlights are the open warehouse with behind the scenes displays and props from various movies, and the Cinema Orion, where you can watch exclusive short films. For lunch, you have the Transcontinental Flight Cafe, where they serve sandwiches inspired in movies like Porco Rosso. They're quite good and quite big, so we do recommend stopping by, especially if you're planning on snacking around the park. Arigatou gozaimasu. Show me.
Até isto.
Is it melon pan with ice cream? Yeah, it's melon pan. I think. With ice cream.
No ice cream, only melon.
After lunch, we headed to the main photo area, which is the most crowded part by far. But honestly, spending time here is completely worth it. The more I grow older, the more the Ghibli movies inspire me. They have such a beautiful message about humanity, touching on the real and emotional topics while still reminding us that beauty is all around us. Also, in terms of souvenirs, the best shop is the Grand Warehouse for sure. So maybe reserve yourself a little bit for that shop because you cannot re-enter into the Grand Warehouse to buy stuff. So maybe the other areas, if by the end of it you really saw something you loved, you can re-enter the area and buy it again. Next, we went to the Dondoko Forest, which in hindsight should have been more towards the end of the day. This area is huge and it takes a while to explore on foot, but if you're a Totoro fan, this is the place to be. You'll see the Satsuki and Mei's house, forest trails, viewpoints, and a giant Totoro structure at the top.
Tá.
You can also leave by using the cab bus, which saves a lot of time, and it takes you directly to the Mononoke Village. Okay, so we're rushing to the last part. We have 1 hour left, and I think we'll probably not be able to see the Hill of the Youth area of the park because it's a huge park and it's really hard to get through it in 7 hours. Honestly, it is insane, but either way, I'm happy with it already.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it was a great experience.
Indeed.
The park is so big that they actually have buses inside the park to take you around the park because the park itself, it has like 3 different parks. But yeah, this thing is huge. This one is already closed, this building, but supposedly you would be able to do some mochis.
So, after coming here twice, these are the 2 ways we would definitely recommend organizing your day. The premium pass helps a lot since you can re-enter most areas except the warehouse, and you also guarantee your entry in places like the House Castle, which is extremely popular.
So yeah, You should definitely visit Nagoya for sure. Not only for the Ghibli Park, but also for the Ghibli Park.
Anyways, we're gonna go because we have a train to catch and you're coming with us. Let's go.